Hi everyone. So in this video, I will be discussing questions asked during the interview of Zoho. So let me start one by one. So first, if I talk about Zoho, so the mostly questions asked from Zoho are by resume only. So whatever you are mentioning your resume, you have to prepare it good. So first thing is your resume. That is most important in Zoho interview. So when you are going for Zoho interview, first thing which you have to keep an eye of, go through your resume once and check all the details, whatever the tech stack you have mentioned, whatever the project you have mentioned, whatever the programming languages you have mentioned, because resume is one of the key aspects which could be asked in your Zoho interview. And most of the times they only ask questions related to your resume only. Okay, so suppose, let me give you example. Suppose if you have mentioned in your resume you have a good knowledge of C++. Okay, so then they will ask mostly questions around C++, like output questions related to C++, C++ programming questions, data structures question related to C++, or if you have mentioned something around web development project. Okay, suppose like web development project. So they will mostly ask question around it, like what tech stack have you used in web development, what is the problem that your project is solving, okay, and why you used a particular tech stack, okay, how you made this project. If you want to use oops concept in web development project, how would you use that? Okay, so these kinds of questions can be asked from your resume. Other, the second thing is your previous experience. So if you have done some internship, okay, if you have some done if you have done some internship, then internship questions can be asked to you. So whatever you are mentioning in your resume, suppose projects, tech stack, programming, make sure you have a good grasp on it. If you have mentioned some projects in your resume, make sure two three things. First thing, the tech stack, that what, why do you have used that tech stack, what is the advantages of using that, okay, what your project is solving, okay, and at least architecture of your project, like what your project is doing, a good idea, okay, and 2 to 3 minutes of good presentation about your project, so you can make sure that these topics are covered from your project. Okay, so this is some important things which you have to cover. Okay, so first thing is obviously resume that we you have to cover. Now we'll go to the second point. The second point is obviously the projects. Okay, so whatever projects you have done, whatever the projects you have mentioned, I already explained to you. You should have a good idea around it. Okay. Third topic is DBMS. So database management system is a project which Zoho can ask. So you can prepare some basic questions around it, like SQL queries. Okay, what you can prepare is SQL queries. Also, what you can prepare is ER diagrams. Okay, ER diagrams you can prepare. Next things, what you can prepare is keys. Okay, like candidate keys, super keys. What is that? Okay, so all around DBMS questions like that, and also normalization. Normalization is an important topic, so normalization you can prepare, and obviously some basic theory of DBMS you can prepare. Basic theory, you can say, basic theory you can prepare, because these are some important topics from DBMS which can be asked, like what is the difference between MySQL and NoSQL. Okay, and give some example of the NoSQL database, what is MongoDB, and these kinds of question. Okay, and basic theoretical question like why we use DBMS, what is the advantage of using data management system over a file system. So these kind of questions can be asked. So prepare basic theory questions around it. Okay, so the DBMS is also a good subject, so questions can be asked from it. Others, most important topic for Zoho interview is the most important I am stating, that is OOPS. Okay, object oriented programming. You have to go each and every topic of OOPS and prepare good for it. Okay, because OOPS is the most important topic, in demand topic in the Zoho. So from scratch, like if you are starting OOPS from scratch, four pillars of OOPS, go to the details of it. Okay, at least prepare two examples, at least prepare two examples of each topic also some real world examples also you can prepare, okay, because this is important thing in Zoho, because mostly questions they can ask from oops only. So oops is the most important topic which you have to prepare. Real world examples are really important to explain the things. So if you're giving the definition, the interviewer can ask, give me a real time implementation of it, okay. So like suppose if you are explaining abstraction, okay, abstraction or the importance of private variables, so you can like give example like in the banking system we cannot make everything public, okay. So these kinds of example like in the real time scenarios how you can relate to the things. So this is some important part in the oops concept which you have to prepare. Give at least one real world example in each question, okay. So whatever is whatever the question is, just try to narrate in the way that it is solving a real world problem, okay. So this is also very important topic which you can prepare, okay. Fifth thing is behavior questions, okay, behavior questions. So what is a behavior question? Behavior question is like, why do you want to join Zoho, okay. So first thing which you have to prepare is, prepare at least 2 3 paras around what Zoho do. Okay, what Zoho do, like what are the product of Zoho, what the services provided by Zoho, what is SaaS, okay. So software as a service. So what is software as a service? Because Zoho provides this software as a service, okay. And what is the Zoho products? What is Zoho Cloud? What is Zoho CRM? Prepare around Zoho and read something about Zoho, okay, and also know like why Zoho is a good company, why do you want to join Zoho, okay, all around it. And also introduction about yourself, why your strength, weakness, these kinds of questions comes into behavior question, which can usually ask like your teammate is not working, how can you ask him to work, what you will do in your tight deadlines, how will you manage typical projects. So these kind of questions can be asked in the behavior questions. So these are the only 5 topics which you need to focus more on if you are preparing for Zoho, okay. So these are 5 most important topics to prepare for Zoho, which you can prepare for interview, okay. Then it is fine if you prepare these 5 topics, then most of your interview is done, okay. So that's all about this video, because I think I have covered everything which you have to prepare in the prepare for the Zoho interview. So thank you so much for watching this video.